Ho ho boardies! Welcome to Borderline Games. I'm Gareth, this is Danganronpa, episode 34. In the last episode it was revealed that Junko has been Monokuma this entire time. Mukuro Ikasawa was disguised as Junko and it is her that died instead. Also, we've been at Hope's Peak Academy for 2 years and our memories have been removed. Which is interesting because why doesn't anybody realise that they've grown in 2 years when you're I think we've gone from like 15 to 17 and their memory's been wiped by, I don't know, some kind of technique at the school. Why wouldn't you know that? Anyway, avoiding that little plot hole, let's carry on into episode 34, Danganronpa. And Junko has just said that she loves us so much, I'll tell you all about it! In a little cutesy voice.
We came up with as the ultimate despair.
Ooh.
Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
Oh my god. The ultimate despair. All mankind.
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay?
Okay.
Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year.
This is a second personality.
Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy.
It was a big bear. Came and punched a building.
All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end.
Okay.
And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
Right, so that's why there's only 16 of us here.
What are you? What do you mean?
Third personality.
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say
If I had to describe it...
it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
To take over the world, you just need to make them feel a little sad about things.
Despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
Fourth personality. If I'm counting right.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back
Fifth.
to the story.
Oh, also it said that Monokuma's rewards were related to something.
Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left. And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once!
Okay.
So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter!
Okay.
That's right! It was transformed
That's
into
right.
a shelter! I said it twice!
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
What did we just say? Someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Would it have been the headmaster? The one who turned Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolated us here. Headmaster? Or the no.
I got it!
I got it!
Could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
Uh-huh. And her father.
He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside.
So that's why we were like, okay, we'll stay here forever.
That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
Okay.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Maybe.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake.
So the tragedy happened 2 years ago.
It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster.
I guess Monokuma maybe is the
but
the sixth personality of Junko. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea.
Had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the
Wow,
headmaster's
we did it to
direction,
ourselves.
You all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Oh, that's a new one.
Building your little
Seventh
shelter.
personality.
Time for me and Mukuro to get to work.
As in, it's a new one in
Begin
this
the killing
episode.
game.
We have seen that one before.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
Okay.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
Okay.
You let us live, so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope.
So it was to demonstrate that there's no hope.
So I thought I should show them, which is why I...
Well, why don't you tell me?
What the mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world. What the mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world that was... Oh, okay. Hacked into something, or... Oh, hijack. Hijack the airwaves or something? I need an eye. J. Boom.
Now I understand.
Now I understand. Now I understand.
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's
Uh-huh.
exactly what I'm talking about.
You idiot. I just said it to you.
To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about.
Oh, I thought it meant something else.
The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Whoa.
Expelled them? I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
Sorry, that's a lie.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See, discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
It often is. Truth. Full of despair. That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've
yeah,
been murdering each other? For
because they
nothing?
didn't need to get to their family, they didn't need the money,
And think about it. You chose to lock yourself
they didn't
up
need to
here,
protect their
then
history.
started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
No.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it.
But why is there Monokuma? Who built Monokuma?
And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it.
Too many unanswered questions, I think.
No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
I guess we say that Junko built Monokuma?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
Say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself. So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Good job, Makoto.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you. For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them!
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're
Mushroom
nothing
Junker
but
is the best one.
bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
So how do you write a funny... Not a funny. That's because Junko said funny. How do you write a satisfying ending to a plot that's written into a corner like this?
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple. You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
Why?
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me, and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
I wonder if the voice for Monokuma and the voice for Junko are the same person.
Even if it's just one person?
I didn't even pay attention. I'll consider that a win for me and a punish for... Right. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of Hope. Oh, okay.
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this.
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Right. Right, everyone. Right. Byakuya.
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
What?
You mean we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me, and make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Me? Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
Wow.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
No, I don't.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys, it's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko,
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
Man,
no one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair.
I hope not.
We're not gonna lose to you.
You're like Hero, mate.
So boring.
Toko
Step
did.
until the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
You'll see the power of hope is stronger than the power of despair. The final vote. This is it, the ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Make your argument. Locker pocketbook, group photo, photo of Kyoko and headmaster, headmaster's e-handbook, locker notebook. Okay.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
Ooh,
If I were to die,
seems weird that that's on its own.
that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
What have I got to do with this hope? Oh, I've got to give them hope.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know.
Probably should have
The
shot
only
Hero.
reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Don't lose hope now.
Jacques Hughes!
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do?
She'd fight to the bitter end.
We only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right? No. I think that's definitely what she'd say.
Right on.
Which is
AOI.
why Yeah! I've made up my mind!
I'm gonna stay here forever.
As long as there's hope,
Oh.
we'll never give up.
If
Got the
I were
hope.
to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Come on, no. What's your name? Hero. Come on, Hero.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole
Good job, Hero.
fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
And that's the true fortune telling power. I'm gonna get better at fortune
We
telling. I can
won't
feel it.
give up.
Okay.
As long as there's hope, we'll never.
Gotta get it. Ooh.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
Yes. I'm gonna do 3
By
more.
the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Don't lose hope now.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up.
Okay.
As long as there's hope, we'll
Hope.
never give up.
As long as there's hope.
If I were to die,
Okay.
That would be the end.
Deci-
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you
Nina?
want. If I die. In other words, the communal life you've all.
Toko.
All of you will have to go into the world outside.
Oops.
where only death.
Don't lose hope now.
I'm back for you.
What's the matter?
Byakuya.
You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair.
That's what I want to hear.
But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
We won't give up.
Yeah, listen to the music.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give
Hope.
up.
If I were to die,
That would be the end.
Deci-
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die.
Danganronpa.
In other words, the communal life you've all. Keep on living. All of you will have to go into the world
world outside, where only death and
I
despair.
already said I would claim the mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
What if I fucked it up here?
What are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Boom.
Don't lose hope now.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that.
Wow.
Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind.
Not heard this far in the song.
So, Makoto. I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely.
Oh?
You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope.
What the?
That's right.
What the hell are you?
Nice. The ultimate hope has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
So uncool.
Okay.
Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but still. But I still. What's happening now? Oh my god, what's going on? Moment of truth. Oh, it's one of these.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us? Help is a joke! Who are you? Your idiocy ends here.
despair.
Oh. Oh.
Despair.
Oh.
What do you want? So uncool. You're unbearable.
About it.
Hope is a joke.
Come on.
Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
Everything is pointless!
Jesus Christ.
Suffer from despair. I just love despair.
Everything is pointless!
No.
Final strike.
Despair into tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going.
Fucking boom.
To give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
Yes.
Going on!
What's happening?
Fucked up right at the end. That was, I'm pretty sure, the hardest bullet time I've had. Is it called bullet time? Hardest one of those I've had, at least. Nice.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just
Yeah.
pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing with our own hands.
Yes! But is she gonna die? Seems a bit antithetical to...
The hell?
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost! Me! No way!
That's just...
It can't be! You still don't accept it. Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just... totally the best!
Huh?
So this is despair.
We came to this school 2 years ago, created our incredible detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now I...
To come this far and fail at the very end.
true despair.
It's the most ultimate despair. But what are you talking about?
And now I...
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's my first and last colossal despair, here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste of the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
True despair.
Ah, I'm so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway,
Anyway, so are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I win or lost? When I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best!
Outside is only despair. Inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. But that's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Everyone,
hey,
you said that despair is as contagious as any disease,
however,
but the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is. Kyoko!
No.
Ah! Stop it! Stop! I hate those faces you're making! To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain.
There's one last.
Fine. Let me just say one last thing. If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no skin off my nose. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there's a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course, because we are the Power Rangers. Shut up, shut up! That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
It can't be.
Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste the despair of death that you only get once in life. So...
Don't get in my way!
Oh?
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful. Even 1/10 of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth.
Weirdo.
Okay, let's do this.
Someone stop her?
I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Junko has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. The ultimate punishment. 1,000 blows. All of the punishments. The cage of death. Excavator destroyer. After school lesson. That's one that was supposed to be for me. The blast off one, I feel like that was that Kyoko's dad, the headmaster? Awesome. And that's how everything came to an end. Abruptly and with a lot of questions, the final class trial. Junko Inoshima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. The end. Okay. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Goodbye Despair High School. And the epilogue. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But in the end.
Hey,
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Makoto, would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words,
I will force you out. She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But
But you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's going to make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe!
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true. There's nothing to worry about. If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam them so far up. Oh. Achoo! Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We're just about to leave the school. What? Leave? We can go outside. Then that means me and my master can get married. And then he'll give me a little jewel of a baby.
That's enough.
Please stop. That'd be a great horror than anything I've encountered so far. That'd be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far. Anyway, don't worry. I have no doubt that we will be able to leave here without a problem.
but
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about. But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks,
you're serious.
maybe, when we get out of here, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember. A lie. Peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
In other words,
The act of searching for hope. To try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
you got it.
Well, my first stop is gonna be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
And what are you gonna do if there are no donut shops or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat. Ah, I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be?
That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakure's. Sorry, I just had a stroke. Life story is about to begin.
Whoa!
Thanks, Hira. Hina, you've totally opened my eyes. Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, As long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out of here, out there and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us, and we're so small, so what can we do? No, we can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything!
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
That's right. It's a good attitude.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. Just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
It looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up. I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The door began to open. With my hands. With our hands. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. Oh. I thought for a second we were going to get shot. Junko appears. I changed my mind. It's at the end. Is that credits? Yes! Danganronpa. Trigger Happy Havoc in the bag. That was really cool. I got a lot of questions as how a lot of it was possible, but I wonder whether they'll be answered in the second one. Really cool. I'm tempted to maybe write a small review. You know, just a small one for the channel. The YouTube channel, I mean. And maybe spend the next couple of weeks writing that and drop that on the channel, see if that is something people are interested in. It was really cool. It seemed like all of the class trials, all of the murders that happened were kind of solvable. They kind of gave you all the clues you needed. It's the kind of thing I like. Or if they'd started the school when they were 17 to 19, there's like maybe less change that happens between 15 and 17. Anyway, I guess that's a small gripe in the grand scheme of things. The thing that's more interesting to know more about is the actual bigger mystery. Like, was Junko kind of part of a bigger organization, or was it just Junko? Like, for there to be a worldwide calamity, a worldwide tragedy. Was it truly being broadcast to everybody, or was that all made up? I feel like it was. I kind of like that open-endedness of it. Kind of behind the message of the whole visual novel is to get through despair by having hope that things are going to be okay. Is it going to be a secret bit, or is that it? Good job, Spiky. Spike Chunsoft. Spiky. Any more? Ooh.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed.
So is that somebody piloting him, or was Monokuma alive anyway?
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
Ooh. So is the dad actually dead? You received the Easter egg present. Awesome. All's well that ends. Wow, that was amazing. Alright, okay, so we're going to call that the end of an episode. I guess I'm going to be going on to Danganronpa 2 next time on Borderline Games. I will see you all soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.